guys, it's IT Girl, and before we get started, I want you to meet my one and only Suki. This is my friend. This is my cute little puppy Suki. Say hi. You're gonna learn with us today. Yes, you are. Isn't she so cute? She's a melty poo. She's so sweet. Her fur is not like dog hair. It's she's poodle and Maltese. She's like 80% poodle and then 20 Maltese. So she's hyperallergenic dog, and so literally it's like smelling a teddy bear. So she smells really good. Okay, get out here. Let's learn. All right, so we are going to talk VoIP. VoIP. Okay, so VoIP, of course, as many as you know, is voice over IP protocol. And so we're going to talk about SIP trunking and VoIP. This is on the subject of just making your life easy and saving money. Okay, so it does not matter what hard phone you purchase, especially if it's a refurb, okay? Depending on the vendor that you go with, for example, if it's ShoreTel, Mitel, Avaya, Cisco, whoever, what you can do for the configuration, once you connect the VoIP into your network, if the vendor is not picking up on the phone because it's a refurb, that could be the problem. But you can fix that. You don't have to purchase like, if you go with like Avaya, you don't have to purchase their Avaya phones. Now they're gonna tell you that you have to, but you don't. You don't. And what we're doing is not really breaking any rules. I mean, I can see if it comes to the point where if the person that's in charge at Avaya says this is not good practice, we don't want you guys as our customers. That's the worst thing that's going to do, is that they're going to find out about it and they're going to say, no, you can't use those phones, please purchase ours. That's the worst thing. But what you can do is you can go ahead and purchase you, like I have an Avaya right here, it's a refurb. It's better than buying a $500 hard phone. And I'm not going to say how much I paid for this. It's like basically free. All right, so when you connect it to your network, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to wash out all the configurations. So it's going to come up and ask you call server, gateway, IP, whatever. So every time that comes up, go ahead and put zeros for everything, okay? So, you know, for the call server, it's going to be 0.0.0.0. Next, go ahead and press OK, and then you're going to restart the hard phone again. You're going to do a reboot. And then, you don't have to do this, but I do this, is I disconnect it from the network, go ahead and connect it again into the wall jack or switch, however you're set up at your office. And then it's going to get its IP address from the DHCP server, okay? And once that is going through its process, and then of course it'll come up, I don't know if you hot desk or not, but it'll come up extension. And then that's when you go into your server and assign that user an extension, because you're going to have to do that, and a password before, because you're going to have to put that in your refurb phone or the phone that you spent $500 on with the Avaya, Cisco, ShoreTel, whatever. So with that said, that's saving your company a lot of money. A lot. Remember, think outside of the box to make things work. I'm not saying break the rules, but think outside of the box. If there's a will, there's a way. Just like on my last video, I was talking about asterisk and, you know, finding some old computer that you don't use anymore. You know, make sure, you know, it's going to be your server. So you want to make sure it has enough RAM, you know, at least 8 gigs of RAM, you know, rewipe it, you know, definitely make sure it's runnable. But there's a lot of times where you see something in the corner or in the storage and you look at it. Every time you go in there to get something, oh, it's just a piece of crap. But you know what? Give it a shot. Put some time towards that rather than, you know, shopping for different vendors and just throwing money away. So on that note, yes, I would definitely give that some thought if you're upgrading your phone system. Or, you know, need a change, whatever. Okay, so let's see, on the topic of VoIP, let's talk about, what is next that I wanted to talk about? Let's talk about SIP trunking. So a lot of people are intimidated by SIP trunking. I personally love it because, and I'm still learning a lot about it. What drawn me about SIP is because saving money. It makes sense to me. If you use SIP trunking, you can go with Asterisk, which is free again, and use that as your phone server. It's cheap, it's free. Once you familiarize yourself with SIP trunking, you will see a lot of features that you can use that would be the same on a server that you would have to, a vendor server that you purchased. SIP trunking, if used with Asterisk, is awesome. You can get unlimited international calls, free voicemail. Let's see. Again, not having to worry about shopping for a vendor. There's just so many features. So I urge you to research SIP trunking. Oh yeah, and most importantly, is it can be shared with landlines as well. It's going to create a layer, and it's going to communicate to other companies that have a PBX box or SIP trunking. It's just fabulous. Okay, so on that note, another option you can look at with saving your company money is Google services. So, but the only thing is that I wanted to bring up, what was it? Google services. Okay, yeah, Google services with asterisk. You can send and receive calls with other Google services. So, sorry I'm everywhere. I don't practice this before I do my channels just because it's always going to be different. I like to think out loud ideas. It's like writing notes. Yeah, you will notice that I jump around, but this is great practice for me as well, so I can stay on the same topic. But see what I mean? But with Google services and asterisk, there you go. You have free options there again. I have just heard and seen so many talk about upgrading, or they need a new phone system because their phone system is just not supported anymore. It's barely on its last leg. People are too much in a rush to hurry and make quick decisions. This is from another employer I worked for, a VP. He wanted a decision. He threw this at me. What was it, the first week I worked there, and wanted a decision in 2 days of what phone system we need to go for. And you can't do that. You need to take time to research. I'm not saying take a whole month, but take enough time that you are interested and it makes sense. And it's not going to be too scary for the users. You know, it's going to be, you know, when we had to go through a migration and, you know, go from 7 straight into 10, you know, everyone was in a panic, you know, and it was really sad because if, you know, people would only understand that your life is going to be so much easier with 10. Now, Windows Edge, that's another subject, but that's an example. You don't want to freak people out. You don't want to make people run off cliffs and, you know, think that, you know, I can't do this, you know, bang themselves against the wall. But yeah, the takeaway from today is think outside of the box before you make a split decision research. Don't be intimidated, because you're learning about a technology. And once you see the process and how it behaves with your network, and how much people are happy, you know, your VP may be like, oh my God, everything's so much smoother. You know, you don't have like a delay in the phone system. You know, you have an opportunity to make sure that the QoS was set right. Oh, and most importantly, make sure, of course, if you're new in IT, make sure when you upgrade your phone system, you start completely over. If you have not already, make sure that you are on a different subnet than all of the clients, because you will get, you know, a 169, API PA. It'll be a mess. If you have all of your computers and phones together, and I know, you know, VoIP is essentially a computer, but you want to separate the computers from the hard phones and have two subnets, because it'll just be completely grotesque. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. And if you have any questions or feedback, please write below. Please subscribe to my new channel. And again, these videos will get better. I just need to take the time to make them better, but not my thought process. I think it's good to hear someone think it out. It's the real deal. It's not scripted. You know, I don't write it on paper and practice. Like everything is a thought process. So, all right, well, enjoy your day. It is Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday, and I will be having tacos for dinner. And I hope that you consider having some tacos too. All right, bye-bye.